The last thing that we are going to talk about with minerals is talking about mineral imbalances or minerals within our body. Because our body requires nearly 2/3 of all of the elements currently known to man in order to maintain a really healthy systems. These minerals they are finding play a much larger role than ever anticipated by helping to keep some systems of ours really balanced and working properly. To do this, it requires us every day to ingest minerals. Our body does not store them. Any minerals that are not used usually pass out through our urine or our waste, so our poop. There are 92 known elements, and there are 22 hypothesized others, meaning ones that have been created or thought to be created, and there are hundreds of isotopic ones. And an isotopic variation is commonly known as isotope. So for example, if we look at the periodic table, carbon exists on the periodic table and it exists with a mass of 12. However, there is also something known as carbon-14, which you may or may not have heard of before, that carbon-14 dating. And carbon-14 is an isotope or a variation of carbon from the periodic table. Because of all these different variations and all these 92 known elements, scientists are now really starting to discover the effects and the interrelationships that minerals are having within our own system, such as respiratory, digestion, etc. These minerals again help to maintain healthy balances. We can get some adverse effects if our minerals are imbalanced within our body. It is actually estimated that 90% of all Americans, so at some point in your life, your minerals are going to be kind of imbalanced, and you'll start to feel that because your body is going to start to show you some signs to help you recognize that this imbalance is going on. Sometimes the imbalance goes on because of exercise. You start exercising more frequently, or let's say football started or basketball starts and your body's not quite used to it. Your body might be very stressed out. You have a diet that is not the healthiest, meaning that you have a lot of refined, nutrient-poor foods in there, such as like Pop-Tarts and the really sugary cereals, possibly like a lot of fruit roll-ups, a lot of like ramen noodles, baked macaroni and cheese. So your body might not be getting some of the minerals that we see in our fruits and our vegetables and meat. Your body is going to attempt to correct this, and when it cannot correct it any longer, it's going to start to give you some signs that something's going on a little bit. Certain food cravings, muscle cramps, and generally being fatigued or being really tired even though you are getting a proper amount of sleep. If you have too much of one mineral, I guess we can say that this mineral imbalance can go both ways. You can have too much of one mineral and you can have too less of another mineral. So what happens when we have too much of a mineral? This can result in the deficiency of another mineral. So I just kind of said to you that we could go either or. You can have too much of one and not enough of another. These sorts of imbalances are usually caused by overloads of supplements. So if you are big into taking all these supplements, muscle milk, protein drinks, etc., sometimes you might throw your system off not knowing it. One of them can be a salt overload, and that is generally sodium, which is Na. Okay. Calcium likes to bind with this excess sodium in your body, and it's excreted when you go to the bathroom, and the body senses that the sodium levels must be lowered, and that means that you ingested too much sodium through table salt or processed foods, and you could end up losing some calcium that your body needs for your bones in order to help you get rid of this extra salt. You might have excess phosphorus, Excess phosphorus might hamper your ability to absorb another mineral called magnesium. So when you have too much of one, so too much sodium in this case, it might lower your calcium. So if this is too much, then it might lower calcium. If phosphorus is too much, it may lower magnesium. Okay, so that's the whole balance game that we're trying to play. The key to your body using your minerals properly is the absorption. How is it going to get absorbed into your bloodstream, which is then going to get absorbed obviously into all of the cells in your body. This is really going to take you guys back to biology days. And if you were in biology last year, this will be a fantastic review for you as well. We know that absorption is going to take place during the digestive system, and it primarily takes place in your small intestines. Okay? As the food passes through your intestines, the minerals are transferred into the bloodstream through the walls of the intestines by those villi, which are those tiny, like, little hairs that exist inside your digestive tract, and they will pull in they will help absorb all of these minerals that we need. This can only happen if the minerals are in their ionic form. Remembering that you might need to refer back to your earlier notes on what an ion is. Okay. Although the stomach acid helps to ionize them, the minerals in your food, mineral supplements should contain already naturally ionized minerals as well. So if you're going to take a lot of, or a good portion of your minerals through a supplement, usually they have this in an ionized form for you so that your body is able to absorb it fairly quickly and fairly readily. Here we have a picture of our digestive system. Here's our esophagus, and the food is going to go down into your nice stomach area right here. Okay, from your stomach area, it then goes into your small intestines, and this is where all of the absorption is going to take place. And if we look at these pictures right in here, these kind of cut in half, blown up pictures of this, you can see that inside here is going to be where these little hairs exist, and they're going to pick up these nice ionized minerals for us so that it can get absorbed into our body. And you can see that there are blood vessels right in here to show how the blood and the villi right here are connected together, so they work together in order to absorb some of these minerals for us.